This is what we're doing to remake our shims out of something more robust, like this plexiglass here. I got the old front out of these machines. I got the skinny one, and it's already got a crack in it down there, and we weren't going to repurpose these anyway. Maybe some collector might want them for like their man cave or some crap, but we need material, and we've got material, so this fit right here on this cutout. It's the same width. So I went ahead and marked out my first piece here. I'm gonna cut that with Senior Multi-Tool. We'll see how that goes, and after I get the first one cut, I'll go ahead and mark up more of them. I want to see how this works with this material. It's kind of brittle. I don't know. Let's give it a test. This is what I got going on. You can ignore that line right there. I cut my first template, and then I realized it was slightly wonky and not anywhere near as straight as I wanted it. Like one of these notches is slightly off of the other, and I know I want 5 inches exactly here, and I know I want the notch a 1/2 inch wide. So I don't even have to mess with that. I can start with my 13 inch by 11 inch pieces. So I went 11 inches up from this factory edge right here, made me a mark, 11 inches up from that factory edge there, laid down this bad boy, got me a straight line all the way across. Now I started to mark 13 inch, 26 inch, and so on and so forth, but you're gonna eat this line each time with your blade. So I think I want to cut the individual cut here and then leave it hanging and measure over for my next piece. These are kind of a pain in the ass to cut the notches once it's disconnected from something this big that you can hold it. Like, it vibrates a lot. I might get Bob's clamps and then clamp them to his table in there. If I do that, that solves my whole problem. But it's kind of a bitch to hold the piece once it's already a square and then cut the notch. But for making this all straight, I want to at least cut this line, measure over 13, mark it again, cut that line, measure over. That way all of these are the same width. Then all they need is notched and that line cut. I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to do this. It's not an easy material to work with because of the type of saw I have. If you can't hold it really steady, it vibrates a lot and you're fighting against it. So we'll see. I'm learning. That was much better. Just go ahead and clamp this thing down. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut the square off while I'm at it, because I can clamp my square right back to the table to cut the notches. So this will be fine. It's gonna be time consuming, and holy crap, I gotta make a bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll be able to get 8 out of it easy. Alright, yeah, I gotta do more cutting. Status update. It's much easier to cut the notches when you slap this bitch onto the table where it can't go nowhere. I'm gonna spin this around, cut the other side. Yep, way better. We like that much more. So in my mind, I'm thinking this second shim here is gonna be like my penultimate freaking shim, like my template. Maybe I can use this to just trace the rest instead of constantly measuring and all of that. This should be exactly 5 inches on each side, a 1/2 inch notch, 11 inches by 13 inches. Yeah, this should be it. Had to grab me a vanilla Coke real quick and my measuring tape. Got tired of using that big old thing right there. We're 13 inches by 11 inches. We got a half-inch notch, roughly. It doesn't have to be perfect. Half-inch notch, and it's 5 inches deep. So, this should be our template, and I can't stress enough that I am fully benefiting from utilizing Bob's space here. Like, if I didn't have this spot on his big ass table to use and these clamps, cutting this would be an absolute nightmare right now. So fortunate for that, and I'm glad that we can kind of trade off here and like utilize stuff when it's necessary. Because I would be cutting this with a freaking Dremel right now, and it would take me hours. This is still probably going to take me a while, but much less time, much more comfortable. We rigorously marked our template. Got this strap back down, and as I go across, I laid my template down, got my mark, but then I went ahead and pulled 13 inches to here, got that mark, and went ahead and marked out my notches so that all I have to do is this cut straight across without moving the clamps, then pull the clamps, put this square back, and I could just set this to the side and go across and just get all my squares and then cut my notches, but either way, I got a decent system going here now. Status update. The top of what I had left over here, a little bit shorter, so these are about an inch shorter at the top. I'm just making 2 shorties real quick. There's one of them, and I can make 2 more full-size pieces. The idea, I'm thinking they have to taper down anyway, so if it's longer on this side and the can's over here, and you stagger back and go to another shorter one, it's just gonna make it taper down the entrance into my whole shim setup. So, got the first one I cut that's slightly wonky, my 2 right there that I need to just trim the edges and whatnot on, then my template, that'll make my first 4, then I got a shorty, about to cut another shorty, 2 full-size ones out of the bottom. That'll give me 4 for the other slot, and for the Red Bull slot we'll have 4 for it, including my template. I'm just cutting out as I'm going. I found out it's easier to go ahead and trim this while it's attached to the table. Then I can take something like this, anything with a hard edge, just knock off the little shavings that come off so it's smooth. And I'm just throwing my template on it, starting at the bottom so that my can side's correct. This side's just an inch shorter. Let me finish cutting all these. I did not expect this to take that damn long, but we're done. I got 4 shims that are the same size here, and then these here, 2 of them are just slightly shorter, so it'll be like this. If your can's on the right hand side, it's just going to start to taper earlier. That's all. So like on the right hand side, the can will just hit here, then go in here, and then go down. So that's fine. That's what I got. It is 1:30. I've got 30 minutes before I wanted to be down there to pop those in. So let's see if I can wrap up what I got going on. My hand is fucking numb. Holy crap. Sounds like it's starting to rain out there. I'm not driving the golf cart in the rain. Better not be raining. Oh God. Oh God, yeah, I got little drippies on me. I'll be waiting to snag the truck or something for that venture, or maybe another day, because I ain't leaving on the golf cart in that. I'm pretty much good though. Let's wrap this shit up. Bunch of little trim pieces. Sweet, I'm done. That's what happens to the old Coca-Cola sign. It is now shims. That'll work. Alright, we had the side quest here. I got my shims here. I'm glad I brought the cardboard shims and the other shims. What had happened was there's some rivets in the side of the back of the machine that are keeping just my right hand side shims from fitting. So I'm gonna go back and notch them at the house, but for the time being I threw the cardboard shims in on the right hand side, and I stuck in 6 Red Bulls, went ahead and test vend, got them primed and everything else. So we're good to go there. I just need to trim and go back and install the other 2. And the 4 that I have left over for the other slot, we're not using them yet because we have to empty out the Coke Zero. Not a single Coke Zero has been bought in the last however long it's been there. So Coke Zero's going and it's getting turned into a Lonnie. Yeah. Let me see if I can record this here. I just made my mark on this side. I'm needing a notch out to go around some rivets, and I'm just doing it like this. So take my hand, get the point here. Right near the end, it held me a bit. There's my mark, so I need to do the same thing here. And I don't want to actually go that far. I want to here. This round, I just need an idea of where I'm going to be cutting. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we want to make sure we go far enough that we get around these rivets, and it's just on this side. If I end up having to notch the other ones, it'll be to taste on that slot. Like I'll have to do it a little differently there. So if I don't have to notch them, I'm not going to. So yeah, this is what I got. We needed to notch these out more on the top because there's rivets leading up to the bar that they sit on. So just crudely ripped these off real quick. And let's go back and install it. Right, I'm gonna get this in one take here. I've got my shims here on the left. The ones that I just notched fit here on the right. If I take the first can and go ahead and load it down here before I put that divider in. Now I've got the first can already down there. My side pieces are in. This back's up. So all I gotta do is fill it up off here. There. One more, or 2 more. Alright, now those can stack on up. I'm gonna pull a couple of dollars on it here. Let's get a test vend. $4. line on the phone. Alright, there's one. Let's do another one, because we had it primed this time. Gotcha. That's it. I'm gonna pop these back in the machine and it's done. It's been retrofitted to